shot of gas and the fat lady better sing today. Oh yeah. So if you've been watching up till now, you'll know that haven't had any luck getting this 94 S10 started. Okay, I took the fuel line off and put my fuel pressure tester on here, and I'm going to see what kind of pressure I'm getting out of this, if any. These things usually run at about 65 psi. Okay, I'm going to face that to the camera this time. Okay, I did a little test start there and I was facing it towards me. Now you get to have a look. I've got everything wired up and just still not getting any fuel up into the throttle body here. Okay, there's a shot of the throttle body. Hopefully my camera will stay in place there, especially if this thing does fire up. Not really sure if it was spraying there or not. Looks pretty dry in there. There's fuel pressure about 67, 68 psi in the line, so it's getting right up to the throttle body and it's just not coming out. Not spraying anything, so I hope it's nothing else electrical, but first thing I'm going to try is, well, I was going to take the throttle body completely off, and this part of the throttle body is different than the one that I have, that I'm going to use for parts. So I don't have one the same as this one, but I do have one where this top piece is going to fit on. So I'm going to go to the workbench and work on the other one. Okay, here's this one, and I've got all the screws loose here already. There's 3 of them that I know of. I've never done this before, and I'm assuming this is right, so if everything goes good, then I guess it's right. And I don't think there's anything else holding that on, so I'm gonna try and pop that off. I'm just gonna lightly pry up on this just to see if it's actually gonna come out or not. Imagine that. Those 2 fittings have to come out first. That one and that one. Oops. So I used a 3/4 inch wrench to get these fittings out. And once you get them out, this just lifts right off and my gasket survived, which is great. Okay, I got all the screws out on this one too, and pop this one out. And in this case, the gasket stayed on the bottom. Okay, I looked at the underside on both of these. They're identical from the underside, the way they bolt on, and a little difference on the top side here. I don't know why they maybe wanted to brace this one a little bit more, but that's the only thing I can see is it has this extra brace from here down on that one, and the bowl down here looks just a little bit different. Hopefully it's going to work the same anyway. Only one way to find out. Okay, and this little unit just sits back in there. I got the gasket on there from the other one. It looked in a little bit better shape. And I'm just going to put the 3 screws back in, get my fittings back in, get those pesky lines on. And this baby better have some fuel this time. I'm just snugging them down evenly. And they don't have to be overly tight. I did undo them with a screwdriver. So, snap them in. Large hole on the driver's side. Small hole on the passenger side. Okay, fittings are in. Just going to snug them up. And then just tighten the lines back up again. And I'll be ready for another shot. Try it again. Okay, got the throttle body back together. Time for another start. Timing is still way off. Another shot of gas, and we'll try it.
Lady can sing!
Fat lady can sing!
Woohoo! Finally!
And there's the cigars. Sweet. We get to smoke these now. So if you're as big a fan of Independence Day as I am, you know what happens when the fat lady sings. But I'm not going to spark these up just yet. We've got the Watermelon Fest happening in town here today. And look at those ribs. I got to mow down on that first. And then we'll have the cigars. Now that the fat lady sang, I'm going to see if it'll move back and forth. Oh, sweet. This thing stopped driving when I tore it apart. The transmission was the first thing that went. At least I thought it was the transmission at the time. And later on I realized that it was probably the torque converter because it quit driving so suddenly. And that's usually a sign that it's a torque converter, and I put a different torque converter in, left the same transmission in, and it moves back and forth. Isn't that sweet? So, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like, and please hit like if you like.